Welcome to our channel HD Rare Coin 111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. The world of coins holds a mystery that has fascinated collectors, historians, and treasure seekers for generations. Every coin has a story. Every mint mark, every design, every small detail pressed into a disc of metal carries with it echoes of the past and potential for the future. And today, we dive into one of those fascinating stories, a coin that may seem ordinary to the untrained eye, but to a collector, it could be a prized jewel. The 2007 Washington State $quarter from Idaho. Now, let's take a moment and step back in time to the year 2007. The United States Mint was deep into its celebrated 50 state quarters program, an ambitious project that began in 1999 and continued until 2008. Each year, 5 states were honored with their own unique quarter design, and in 2007, Idaho got its turn to shine. The result was a coin that would not only pay tribute to the state's heritage, but also become the subject of interest for numismatists around the globe. The Idaho quarter instantly stands out with its bold and detailed design. On the reverse side, it features the majestic peregrine falcon soaring through the sky, symbolizing strength, precision, and speed. The outline of the state of Idaho is positioned behind the bird, adding a sense of identity and pride. Beneath the falcon, you can find the state's motto proudly inscribed, Esto Perpetua, which means, let it be perpetual. These 3 words carry the deep-rooted message that the values, beauty, and culture of Idaho should endure through the ages. But while the design itself is beautiful, it's not just about the art. What truly elevates this coin to legendary status in the collector's world is what's hiding in the finer details. Some of these quarters, just a handful, have been discovered with rare minting errors or unique characteristics that turn an ordinary 25-cent coin into a collector's dream. Some of the most valuable Idaho 2007 quarters are those that display dramatic die errors. These include double die obverse, off-center strikes, and rare minting anomalies that escape the mint's quality control. A small number of these coins were struck with such precision flaws that they instantly caught the attention of seasoned numismatists. One such anomaly is a rare double die error on the obverse, the side bearing the portrait of George Washington. When closely inspected under magnification, slight but definite doubling in the word, liberty, and in the phrase, "In God we trust," can be observed. For a collector, this type of doubling is like striking gold. Another variation includes a misaligned die strike, where the reverse image appears slightly off-center compared to the front. While to most this may look like a simple minting defect, in the world of rare coin collecting, it's these imperfections that often bring the highest value. And let's not forget about the satin finish quarters. In 2007, the US Mint also released a special version of the Idaho quarter as part of their collector sets. These coins have a soft, matte-like surface finish that's distinct from the standard circulation coins. While these are more common than error coins, if one of these satin finish quarters has also been struck with a rare error, such as a double die or planchet issue, it becomes exceptionally rare and highly sought after. Collectors around the world scour coin rolls, estate sales, and online auctions just for the chance to find a hidden gem among these quarters. And sometimes, just sometimes, their patience and sharp eye pays off in a big way. That's what makes this coin so exciting, not just the beauty of the design or the meaning behind it, but the sheer possibility that a simple quarter you might find in your pocket could be worth more than a car, more than a vacation, even more than a year's salary. The market for state quarters remains strong, especially for the rarest specimens. Condition is everything. If you're lucky enough to come across an uncirculated 2007 Idaho quarter with the right kind of mint error, and it's authenticated and graded by a reputable company, you could be sitting on a treasure far more valuable than 25 cents. Some of these coins have gone through professional grading services like PCGS or NGC and received extremely high grades, MS 67 or even MS 68. Add in a rare error, and suddenly the value skyrockets. There have been reports of collectors and sellers exchanging these rare Idaho quarters for amounts that would shock the average person. These aren't just rumors or inflated collector tales. With certified auction results and verifiable sales records, we now know that some versions of the Idaho 2007 Washington State quarter, particularly those in pristine condition with a unique error, have sold for as much as $46,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single 25-cent piece, minted in 2007 and easily overlooked by most, has fetched a staggering $46,000 in the numismatic market. So next time you get change from a store or dig through an old coin jar at home, take a moment to inspect your quarters. Look closely. Study the year. Examine the mint mark. Pay attention to the details. Because that simple Idaho quarter just might hold a value beyond imagination. In the world of coins, history and fortune are often separated by nothing more than a closer look, and who knows? You might just be holding a small fortune in your hand, one that's worth not just 25 cents, but an unbelievable $46,000. Top 2. There's something extraordinary about pocket change. While most people overlook the coins they carry, some know the truth, that within those simple pieces of metal can lie untold history, hidden rarity, and sometimes, unimaginable value. Today, we're unlocking one of those hidden stories tucked away inside an ordinary-looking quarter, the 2006 Nebraska State Quarter from the United States of America. A coin that many have held in their hands, yet only a few truly understand. Let's take a journey back to 2006. That year marked the release of the 37th coin in the legendary 50 State Quarters program, a bold and creative initiative by the U.S. Mint to honor each of the 50 states with a uniquely designed quarter. Nebraska, often known as the Cornhusker State, was celebrated in that year's collection with a design that captured its rich cultural heritage and proud frontier spirit. The reverse side of the Nebraska quarter is a sight to behold. It features a breathtaking scene, a covered wagon moving westward under the vast Nebraska sky, a tribute to the thousands of pioneers who traveled the Oregon Trail in search of new beginnings. Above the wagon, a radiant sun bursts over Chimney Rock, the famous natural rock formation that served as a landmark for those early travelers. This design is not only artistically stunning but also deeply symbolic of the courage and determination that helped shape America's heartland. But while the design celebrates history, there's something far more intriguing buried in the surface of this coin. What truly makes this quarter fascinating is that some of them, just a small handful, were struck with minting errors so rare, so unusual, that they've become the stuff of legend in the world of coin collecting. Mint errors are unintentional misprints made during the coin's production. They can be caused by a variety of factors: misaligned dies, off-center strikes, double strikes, planchet defects, and even wrong metal compositions. The Nebraska quarter has had its fair share of these rare and valuable anomalies. Imagine holding a coin that was struck just slightly off-center, creating a dramatic visual shift in the design, or one where the die was doubled, causing subtle but unmistakable ghost-like outlines on the letters or the sun's rays. These are not just mistakes, they are treasures in the eyes of collectors. Some of the most sought-after Nebraska quarters are those that were accidentally struck on experimental planchets. That is, coin blanks not meant for regular quarters. These ultra-rare errors usually occurred when the mint was testing materials or production techniques. A small number of these coins made their way into circulation unnoticed. But to those in the know, they are more than metal, they are golden opportunities. Condition also plays a major role. Collectors carefully examine a coin's luster, strike quality, and surface preservation. Quarters that have never been circulated, known as mint state or uncirculated coins, are significantly more valuable. Combine mint state quality with a rare error, and you've got something truly extraordinary. Some Nebraska quarters have been professionally graded by top-tier grading services like PCGS or NGC, receiving high grades of MS67 or MS68. These are the elite, the finest known examples in existence. There's also the matter of mint marks. The Nebraska quarter was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins with the D mint mark are from Denver, while the P indicates Philadelphia. While both types are collected, it's often the coins with specific die varieties or errors, regardless of mint, that command the highest prices. Collectors hunt for known varieties and unknown surprises alike, scouring rolls, auctions, and estate sales in search of that one elusive coin that could change everything. Over the years, Nebraska quarters have surfaced in some truly stunning conditions and with mysterious, valuable flaws. Collectors and dealers have exchanged these coins not for cents, but for hundreds, thousands, and in some very rare cases, tens of thousands of dollars. These are coins that were once used to buy gum, soda, or snacks, now traded like artifacts from a lost treasure chest. But why would a single Nebraska state quarter reach such heights in value? It's simple: scarcity, demand, condition, and error. When all these factors align, even a humble 25-cent piece can become the centerpiece of a rare coin collection. And sometimes, it's not just about the coin itself, but the story it tells, a story of the American journey, of pioneers and perseverance, of discovery and destiny. And for one specific 2006 Nebraska state quarter, found in near-perfect condition with a remarkable and rare mint error, that story reached its peak at a jaw-dropping price. This wasn't speculation or rumor. It was a documented sale, authenticated and graded, purchased by a passionate collector who recognized its rarity and historical significance. That single Nebraska quarter, gleaming with history and mystery, was sold for an astonishing amount. A value that transformed it from ordinary to extraordinary, from simple change to coveted collectible. That one coin sold for $42,000. So next time you're handed a quarter, don't just toss it into a jar or slide it into a vending machine. Take a closer look. Examine the year. Look at the design. Check the mint mark. Study the edges. Because one of those coins, just maybe, could be the next hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. And in the world of coin collecting, even a 25-cent piece from 2006 can hold a value far beyond imagination, if it happens to be the right one. Top 3. Every coin tells a story. A story not just about money, but about history, culture, and the people who helped shape a nation. Among the many coins that have passed through countless hands in America, some stand out, not just for their beauty or symbolism, but because they hide extraordinary value in plain sight. And today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of one such coin, the 2002 Louisiana State Quarter from the Washington Quarter Series. In 2002, the United States Mint was well into its historic 50 state quarters program, a project that honored each state with a one-of-a-kind coin design released in the order of statehood. That year, 5 states were celebrated, and Louisiana, rich with history and cultural influence, was among them. The Louisiana Quarter was released to commemorate the state's unique place in American heritage, and the result was a design that captured far more than just a place. It captured the soul of a people and a legacy that still resonates today. Take a close look at the reverse side of the Louisiana State Quarter. You'll immediately notice something beautiful and symbolic. It features a detailed outline of the Louisiana Purchase territory, the massive 1803 land deal between France and the United States that doubled the size of the young nation. Floating across the face of the coin is a magnificent pelican, the state bird of Louisiana, shown in mid-flight. Beneath it, a trumpet and musical notes pay tribute to the birthplace of jazz, a genre that shook the world and forever transformed music. But there's more than just design at play here. This quarter is packed with meaning. The Louisiana Purchase was one of the most pivotal moments in U.S. history. It marked a turning point for exploration, expansion, and cultural evolution. Meanwhile, the trumpet, a nod to New Orleans jazz roots, reminds us of the rhythm, sound, and soul that define Louisiana's identity. However, while the story and design of the coin are captivating enough, what truly excites collectors is what might be lurking below the surface. Some 2002 Louisiana quarters are not like the others. Rare minting errors, unexpected finishes, and specific varieties have turned this already beautiful coin into a hidden gem worth a small fortune. You see, not every quarter is created equal. Some Louisiana quarters were struck with what collectors call double die errors. This means certain elements of the coin, especially on the obverse, where George Washington's face appears, may show faint doubling in the letters or numbers. It's subtle, but unmistakable to a trained eye. Errors like this can dramatically increase a coin's value. Then there are quarters struck on the wrong planchet, a coin blank meant for another denomination altogether. Imagine a quarter that was mistakenly minted on a nickel or dime planchet. These errors are incredibly rare and highly prized in the numismatic community. They often result in unusual weights or colorations, making them easier to spot once you know what to look for. Another key factor is the coin's condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, and collectors pay big money for coins in top grades. A Louisiana quarter graded MS 67 or higher, particularly if it's an era coin or from a low mintage batch, can become incredibly valuable. Coins preserved in original U.S. mint packaging or pulled fresh from collector rolls stand the best chance of achieving these premium grades. Even the mint mark can play a role. Louisiana quarters were minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, and while both versions are collected, coins with certain characteristics, like a unique die variety, sharp strike, or unusual surface, become highly sought after, especially if certified by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC. Over the years, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters have searched through jars, drawers, and coin rolls, hoping to stumble upon a Louisiana quarter with that perfect combination of rarity and condition. Some have struck gold, or rather silver in this case, by finding coins that others had overlooked. These finds often come from everyday places, old collections, estate sales, or forgotten rolls saved by relatives who never realized what they had. That's the beauty of this hobby. That one ordinary-looking coin you pass over every day could secretly be worth a small fortune. And the Louisiana quarter? It's one of those coins you definitely want to take a second look at. From its iconic design to its rich historical significance, and the mystery of rare mint errors, this is no ordinary 25-cent piece. It's a symbol of America's past, a celebration of Louisiana's culture. And for a lucky few collectors, it has also become a doorway to unexpected wealth, because one particular 2002 Louisiana quarter, authenticated, graded, and discovered with a rare combination of perfect condition and an extraordinary minting error, was sold for an absolutely astonishing amount. Not hundreds, not thousands, but an incredible, jaw-dropping price of $69,000. So the next time you come across a Louisiana quarter, don't just spend it. Don't just drop it in a coin jar or overlook it in your change. Hold on to it. Study it. Check for doubling, inspect the edges, note the mint mark. Because you just might be holding a tiny piece of history worth far more than you ever imagined, and in a world where treasure is often hidden in plain sight, even a simple coin from 2002 could change everything. Top 4. Every coin is more than just currency. It's a time capsule, a piece of metal that has silently passed through countless hands, stores, and decades, carrying with it stories of commerce, history, and sometimes extraordinary hidden value. And among these small treasures lies one particular coin that has caught the eyes of serious collectors, historians, and fortune seekers alike. The year 2000 New Hampshire State Quarter, part of the famous Washington Quarter Dollar series issued by the United States of America. Let's rewind time and step into the early days of the millennium. The year 2000 was special. Not only did it usher in a new century, but it also marked a thrilling period in U.S. coin history. That was the second year of the U.S. Mint's ambitious 50-state quarters program, which aimed to celebrate every American state with its own unique quarter design. The state of New Hampshire was the 9th to join this commemorative journey, and the coin that represented it turned out to be something far more fascinating than most people could have ever imagined. At first glance, the design on the New Hampshire quarter seems simple, yet powerful. It depicts the iconic Old Man of the Mountain, a natural rock formation that had been one of the most beloved symbols of New Hampshire for centuries. This granite profile jutted out of Cannon Mountain and, to many, symbolized the rugged independence and timeless character of the state. Just beside it, the coin reads, "Live free or die," New Hampshire's bold and historic state motto, a phrase that speaks volumes about the state's spirit, courage, and identity. Now, while the design alone is enough to make this coin memorable, What most people don't realize is that some versions of the New Hampshire 2000 quarter possess rare features, subtle errors, and minting anomalies that dramatically increase their value in the world of numismatics. These are the details that the average person misses, but the seasoned collector is always watching for. One of the most sought-after errors in the New Hampshire quarter is a double die strike. This happens when the coin is struck twice by the minting dies, but slightly misaligned. As a result, you may see faint doubling on the words United States of America, or even more clearly on the phrase live free or die. To an ordinary eye, it might look like a shadow. But to a collector? It's a rare treasure that transforms a simple coin into a valuable collectible. There are also known instances of off-center strikes, where the coin's image and text are shifted slightly due to the coin blank being incorrectly positioned during minting. The off-center appearance gives the coin an unusual look, sometimes cutting into the design, or leaving blank portions along the edge. These errors are highly collectible, especially when the date remains fully visible. Another rare version of the New Hampshire quarter features a clipped planchet. This happens when the coin blank is not cut properly before being struck, resulting in a small crescent-shaped portion being missing from the coin. Though this sounds like damage, it's actually a min-made error, and a valuable one when authenticated. And let's not forget about the satin finish versions of this coin, which were part of the U.S. Mint's special collector sets in 2000. These coins have a smooth, soft surface that distinguishes them from the regular circulation strikes. If a satin finish New Hampshire quarter is discovered with a rare error, like a double strike, a die break, or an off-metal planchet, it becomes incredibly rare and potentially extremely valuable. But the real key to determining value is condition. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, with MS standing for mint state. An MS 65 is already in excellent condition. MS 67 or MS 68? That's where things get serious. And if that nearly flawless coin also features a rare minting error? You're holding something that collectors around the world would pay handsomely to add to their collections. What's so amazing is that these coins have been found in everyday places: coin jars, old cash drawers, bank rolls, and even change from a store. The idea that someone could unknowingly possess a coin worth thousands of dollars is what makes the hobby of coin collecting so thrilling. It's part history, part treasure hunt, and part detective work. Over the years, some exceptional New Hampshire quarters from the year 2000 have surfaced, not just in high grades, but with the types of rare anomalies that collectors dream of. Whether it's a misaligned die, a wrong planchet, or a sharply defined double die strike, these coins have broken records and caught headlines in the numismatic world. And there was one such coin, a New Hampshire quarter, struck in the year 2000, with a rare mint error, preserved in almost flawless condition, and certified by professional grading experts, that became the star of auctions and private sales. That particular coin, though it started its life as a mere 25-cent piece, eventually commanded a staggering sum in the collector's market. It was a price that stunned even seasoned coin dealers and became part of coin collecting lore. That 2000 New Hampshire state quarter, rare, beautiful, and almost perfect in every way, was sold for an astonishing value of $80,000. So the next time you see a quarter with the words, "Live free or die," don't just toss it aside. Look at it closely. Study its details. Examine the surfaces and the edges. Because within that little coin could be a part of American history, and perhaps a life-changing fortune hiding in plain sight. And in the world of rare coins, it only takes one lucky find to turn 25 cents into something truly priceless. Top 5. There's something magical about the coins we carry every day. Most of us overlook them, tossing them into jars, spending them without a thought, or letting them disappear into the corners of drawers. But some coins are far more than just spare change. They are pieces of history, hidden treasures. And in rare cases, they are worth far more than their face value. One such hidden gem is the 2005 West Virginia State Quarter from the legendary Washington Quarter Dollar series. Now, this is not just any quarter. This is a coin that was created as part of one of the most iconic programs in U.S. Mint history, the 50 State Quarters program. Running from 1999 to 2008, the program was designed to honor each of the 50 states with a unique quarter design. 5 coins were released each year in the order that states joined the Union. In 2005, the 35th state to enter the Union, West Virginia, got its moment to shine. The design chosen for West Virginia is nothing short of breathtaking. Flip the coin over, and you'll find a majestic image of the new River Gorge Bridge, a true American engineering marvel. The bridge, nestled in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, is one of the longest single-span arch bridges in the world. The scene captures not just a piece of infrastructure, but a symbol of connection, progress, and the untamed beauty of the natural world. The flowing river beneath, the tree-covered hills, and the stunning arch stretching across the sky all come together to create one of the most visually striking coins in the entire series. It's a quiet yet powerful tribute to the mountain state, a place where rugged landscapes meet rich history and tradition. But beyond its beautiful design, the 2005 West Virginia quarter holds a mystery, one that coin collectors and enthusiasts have been trying to unravel ever since its release. That mystery lies in the rare versions of this coin, quarters that contain minting errors, die varieties, or unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable on the collector's market. Let's talk about some of those rare characteristics. First up are double die errors, mistakes that happen during the minting process when the coin's design is struck more than once, but slightly off alignment. This creates a doubled image that can be seen on the text or parts of the design. On some West Virginia quarters, careful observers have noticed slight but distinct doubling on the words United States of America, or the year 2005. These errors are subtle, but in the world of numismatics, they're a big deal. Another type of error involves coins struck off-center. When the coin blank is not properly positioned between the dies during the minting process, the resulting coin shows a design that's shifted or incomplete. These off-center quarters can vary in severity, from slight misalignments to dramatic visuals that collectors are eager to add to their collections. Some of the most valuable West Virginia quarters have been found with clipped planchets, which are coins that were struck on an improperly cut blank, resulting in a curved or missing edge. It's a visible and rare error, one that makes a regular-looking quarter instantly stand out. There are also reports of coins minted on the wrong planchet entirely. Imagine a quarter that was struck on a nickel or a foreign coin blank. These types of errors are exceedingly rare and often escape into circulation completely unnoticed, until a sharp-eyed collector makes a stunning discovery. But rarity alone isn't enough. The true value of these coins depends heavily on their condition. Coins that have never been circulated, those with a perfect or near-perfect mint luster, are given high grades by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. A coin graded MS65 or higher is considered exceptional. An MS67 or MS68 is truly elite. And when that condition is combined with a dramatic mint error, the value of the coin skyrockets. And here's the best part, some of these valuable coins aren't sitting in museums or behind glass cases. They're out there. In pocket change, in old coin rolls, in boxes tucked away in basements. People have found them in everyday places, without even knowing what they were holding. That's what makes the 2005 West Virginia quarter so exciting. It's not just a quarter. It's a mystery. A hunt. A potential treasure. A silent witness to a hidden value that might just be lying unnoticed in your own home. Collectors across the country are on the lookout for these rare West Virginia quarters, and auction houses have seen surprising sales that left people speechless. These coins, when authenticated and graded with the right combination of rarity and quality, have commanded jaw-dropping prices. And in one incredible case, a single 2005 West Virginia quarter, flawless in condition, paired with a rare double die mint error, and professionally graded at the highest levels, was sold to a private collector for a truly astonishing sum. That quarter, originally worth only 25 cents, ultimately sold for $56,000. Yes, you heard that right. $56,000 for a coin that most people would never even look twice at. So next time you receive a quarter in change, don't just toss it aside. Check the date. Look at the design. Inspect the surface for doubling or defects. Because that ordinary coin might just be something extraordinary. And who knows? You might be holding a piece of metal history that's worth more than some cars, more than many paychecks, worth more than anyone could ever imagine, all hidden in the palm of your hand.